सतर्क रहिए।
Namaskar and welcome to ChangeMakers. I'm Shubhendra Ghosh. The warmth and light from the sun makes life possible on our planet. It is also well known that clean energy from the sun can power our collective future. Need of the hour is innovations around solar energy that can make it more accessible, adaptable and affordable for the masses. Today, let's talk about unique solar power solutions. Clean and renewable energy sources like solar energy is key to sustainable development. India has set ambitious target to go carbon neutral by 2070. Solar energy is an important part of our clean energy basket. A variety of reforms and programs have accelerated the expansion of solar energy infrastructure, making India the fourth largest solar energy hub in the world. India is also playing a leadership role in International Solar Alliance that pushes for greater utilization of solar energy across the world. Our changemakers are taking forward the momentum with unique innovations and solutions. They are using power of the sun to derive clean drinking water from seawater. They're helping adapt solar energy modules for households. Here's how. India is making important strides towards clean energy future. It is fast capitalizing on its vast solar energy potential. Today it is home to the fourth highest solar power capacity in the world. New age innovators and entrepreneurs are playing a vital role in making solar power more accessible and affordable to the masses. Our first change maker is Sunroof from Gurugram, Haryana. It is a smart electricity company founded in 2016 by Pranesh Chaudhary and Shashank Sachan. Sunroof was created to make personal energy consumption better, cleaner and more affordable for everyone. Sunroof provides solar energy and IoT smart energy solutions. It is solving energy issues of the country by using unutilized roofs for installing solar rooftops. Till date, the company has assessed over 100,000 homes and installed 5,000 plus residential solar rooftops to help customers save over 50 crore rupees in electricity bills. The team is working to grow the share of residential solar all across the country to make solar a household utility for everyone. State-of-the-art processes are in place to make solar power accessible for masses. For example, panel placement on rooftop are customized for optimal output through image processing, 3D drawings and virtual reality. Electricity, bill and property type analysis is done to recommend system size and price. Entire customer life cycle is handled on a mobile app. Apart from helping customers generate clean, smart and free electricity, the company is also offering IoT-based smart devices for efficient energy utilization through its brand SunPlus. Our next change maker is Solnce Energy from Surat, Gujarat. Founded by Yash Darwadi, Chintan Shah, Manish Shah and Nilesh Shah in 2021, Solnce Energy is a startup led by young engineers who are dedicated to fighting against the harmful effects of non-renewable energy on the planet. Solnce has introduced an innovative desalination plant, Sol Evo, which converts seawater into clean, mineral-rich drinking water. This solar thermal desalination technology is a sustainable, decentralized solution that is economical and requires lower human effort, making it a reliable and efficient solution. The company's pilot project in Olpar Taluka, Gujarat has successfully eliminated contamination in the local water well, providing clean drinking water to over 300 people and saving over 5 million litres of water from getting wasted. Another innovative offering is the Solnce Solar Marketplace and Bidding Platform. This platform has revolutionized solar energy industry, providing customers with a one-stop shop for purchasing solar solutions. Through the Solnce user app, customers can receive multiple quotations for their solar projects through a live bidding process. This approach makes solar energy more accessible, affordable, and easy to understand for customers. Those were some amazing innovations. Let's now meet our changemakers, learn more about their work and vision. Let me welcome Pranesh Chaudhary, founder and CEO, Sunroof from Gurugram, and Yash Tarwadi, founder and CEO, Solnce Energy from Surat. We saw your inspiring innovations. Welcome to ChangeMakers.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure to be here.
Now, we know that India is working towards fulfilling ambitious climate commitments. How has it enhanced the scope and potential then for unique solar power and smart energy solutions?
Sure, glad to be here, Subhendu. So yeah, India has set some really ambitious targets around renewable energy and is probably leading the world right now in installing solar panels across the country. While the entrepreneurs and the homeowners and the SMEs involved will do their own bit, I think where government has really been a big change maker, so to speak, in the last 6-7 years of our existence is three ways. First, the net metering policy. Just like when I remember my early days of 2016 when we were starting out, nobody really understood how putting solar panels on rooftops will work, right? Now, if you go to any corner of the country, every electricity board member knows that there is a new meter which you install along with the solar system, which intakes all the energy which is being produced and gives you a discount on your electricity bill. So ensuring that happens across the country. Second, when the prices were still high of solar panels, I think the subsidy regime that government ran for about 6-7 years, and it still continues in different form, I think really helped a lot of the early adopters to make up their mind by reducing the payback period. And third, which is more like a tangential change which happened from the government side, was on the GST front. So when we started in 2016, it was a very unorganized sector, and it still is. But when you are working with people who are all now in the GST ambit, it makes your task easier. It makes the kind of people that you are working with easier. So we saw that change happen when it happened, right? So all these three, I think, have created great headwinds in almost all the states which are, for lack of better words, well off. So be it a Gujarat or a Karnataka or a Haryana, I think we are seeing great adoption, and I think government is to be thanked for a lot of that.
So I agree with the Pranesh sir. Like, India is leading the way for the solar. So many kind of technological change, as well as the government change, as well as the thought process of the people are changing. Now solar is not look at as a like buzzword or something. It is now on a household work. So everybody knows about the solar. Everybody knows solar is clean, green, and like profitable. So this is kind of a combination is a rare, when the green energy is like giving you a good amount of profit and good amount of like financial help. So that is a big change that we able to like bring into the market. And secondly, talking about the sector, the innovation have been done on the manufacturing of the panel side, as well as the capacity building of all the stakeholder like banks, people, industries are on the same wavelength. Now basically everybody knows the segment, and everybody is appreciating and adopting the segment in the solar segment, and they are also like looking forward to long-term growth in this thing. Okay.
Right, those are important insights. Now, if we talk about your individual enterprises, first talk about Sunroof. Pranesh, I'll come to you. While we've always known about the importance of solar energy, harnessing solar energy, what's also true is that individual household adaptation was not as common in the past. You mentioned about important government interventions, but you're also making residential solar systems a reality. What did you do differently to achieve this?
Okay. So when we started out in 2016, we realized that the homeowners are kind of have an idea that putting solar panels on their rooftop will reduce the electricity bill, but there is a lot of trust deficit. So they do not know what kind of panels to get, how many panels to get, what system size to get, right? And if they know what to get, then is the price right? Are there any hidden charges for elevation, GST and whatnot, right? So all these concerns within the customer's mind. So how do you design the right system for them? So that is the first aspect that we decided to solve, and what we call a 3D framework: design, delivery, and diagnostics. So design framework, we created our own app, which allows you to go to the rooftop, take one image of the rooftop, upload to the app, and the app immediately gives all the engineering parameters required. Like, for example, what direction should the panels face? What angle should the panel be at? A virtual reality mode to show you how the roof will look post installation. So all that creates a lot of trust in customers' mind. But then it comes to putting out a check, right? So they need to know what system size should they need, which is where there's another aspect of the tool which allows you to do an assessment of the area available as well as the electricity consumption that you have had in the last year or so. Basis both of them, we tell you, okay, what is the right system size for you and what are the prices available. And that is where our delivery framework, the second D, opens up, where we have a supply control marketplace. So we don't manufacture the solar panels ourselves. What we have done is all the tier 1 manufacturers, like be from Adani or a Tata or a Vikram, we have all their prices available in a very transparent manner to the customer, along with adjacent prices that customer has to pay, like the amount of elevation that they need, what is the cost of elevation, what is the kind of government subsidy will they get. So that is also available on the app. Once all that is done, the next aspect comes is like, this is a product that they are buying for 25 years, right? So how are they going to know how the system is performing on a real-time basis? When you invest in a share market, you want to know how the investment has paid off. So similarly, what we did was we created one solar IoT device back in 2018, and we started giving it out for free. That was our first smart product that we made. And what it does, it tells you how your system is performing on a real-time basis, like how much power is sun generating for your roof right now. And that gives a lot of confidence to customers that, okay, so my system is being taken care of. And then we started giving 5 years of free AMC, which became mandatory by the government also later on. So that also ensured that while the customer is about to recover the initial investment, in that period, at least, they have no headache at all. They know that there is somebody who will come in, replace the product if anything is going wrong. And then solar panels by nature, they have a 25-year plus lifetime, and they have by and large been great ambassadors of themselves. Like if you put a solar panel, there's no maintenance required, nothing needs. It's not like a car, which is a moving product, right? So not much maintenance is required. So as people saw their neighbors put their solar panels, and this we have seen in our business, right? Whenever we enter a street, we suddenly see that the entire street becomes solarized one by one. So that is the kind of differentiation we brought through the design, delivery, and diagnostics. I think Indian homeowners across, as I said, like across the well-off states, at least, there has been a great uptake year on year.
That's an interesting insight, Pranesh. I want to be able to simplify what goes into the decision making to set up a solar power system at home. Who is it really meant for? Is it affordable for every household? What kind of support do you at Sunroof provide to the customers once the installation is done?
Okay, so see, there are two kinds of homes in India. One who are trying to reduce the electricity bill, the others who do not have electricity or do not have dependable electricity. Sure. So the ones who do not have dependable electricity, like in the hinterlands of the country, we do have offerings of just selling small solar panels and charge controllers so that they can get electricity. So it's less about affordability for them. It is about changing their life. When you have 10 hours of power cut or 4 hours of power cut happening in your life is in a much darker phase, figuratively and literally, right? So that is where you need these small solar panels, which are available on all e-commerce majors as well as on our website by the brand name Sun Solar. And you can buy a solar panel, you can have a very inexpensive charge controller to go with it and use for electricity generation. But that's one part of it. The other aspect, which is the part that I was just talking about, which is the putting solar panels on the rooftop to generate electricity and give it back to the grid. For that, only households we should go for it are the ones which have at least one AC in their home. It still does not make sense to put solar panels on the rooftop and feed electricity back to the grid if you do not have any air conditioner in your home. So yeah, just to summarize again, there are two kinds of homes. Homes which do not have dependable power supply. There you get whatever power you can through solar panels and charge controllers. The other ones where you have supply, dependable supply in the Delhis, in the Bangalores and the Ahmedabads, but you want to reduce your cost of electricity. There it only makes sense you have at least one AC in your house, because only then electricity consumption is at a level where putting at least a 1 kilowatt plus solar rooftop system will make sense to you. Once you are in that bucket where you have one AC air conditioner in your home, then the per kilowatt pricing is so low right now with the government subsidy help that the payback period is as low as 2.5 years. So whatever initial investment you make, this is your requirements, you will recover that investment in 2 to 3 years. Okay. And then you will have free electricity for 20 odd years post that. So yeah, it is a great investment, but only if you have at least one AC in your house. Otherwise, use it as a necessity, not as an investment.
Right. Pranesh, I also want to talk about the smart energy solutions provided by Sunroof. Now, traditionally, saving electricity or power was seen as a human-centric effort. So if I want a lower electricity bill, I will get up and switch off the AC or use it less. How are smart technologies like IoT, artificial intelligence, the ones that you put to use, transforming the energy efficiency model?
Great that you asked this, right? So I talked about the first solar IoT device that we made in 2018, which allowed you to know how your solar system is performing, which is what sparked the idea in our head that why stop at this, right? We have provided people with clean electricity in their homes. We must provide them a way to use their products efficiently. That is our third brand name called Sun Pulse, under which we have created a bunch of smart energy products, right? For example, we have a smart plug and smart switches. What they do is that the example that you gave of getting up and switching off the geyser or the AC, you can schedule it using the app. So you need to forget about it. Brings it a lot of convenience while reducing electricity bill. So if you need your geyser to be switched on at 7 a.m. every day, run for 10 minutes and get switched off, it'll do that. If you want your fan to reduce its speed during the night when it becomes slightly colder and then restart in the morning, you can schedule that, right? So smart plugs, smart switches, and smart fans are all three products which reduce this human effort required to reduce electricity consumption while adding a lot of convenience. Also in these smart product segment, the smart fans that we brought in, these are BLDC, brushless DC motor fans. So they by nature, because of not being induction fans, being DC motor fans, they consume almost half the electricity that the usual fans in our homes were consuming. So that is the beauty of having smart IoT-led products in your home, that they reduce the electricity consumption for you. And then basis the consumption pattern that we are able to track, our algorithm is able to predict and tell you, okay, when should you optimally, what is the optimal way for you to use your air conditioner? When should you get your AC cleaned or replaced? So a lot of times you buy an AC, like let's say a decade ago, while it's still making your room cold, the amount of electricity it is consuming right now is probably, it probably makes sense to sell it off or discard it and buy a new one, right? But when should you do that? So that is where AI comes into play. It is able to tell you that if you and Yash were neighbors and your AC is consuming 3 units per hour and his is consuming 7 units per hour, that means there is something wrong with Yash's AC now, because you are both in the same neighborhood, same amount of temperature is near you, right? So that is the kind of software and AI changes in the homeowners' behaviors that we are able to drive. We have added more and more products to it. For example, EV are getting adopted a lot. So we brought in a smart EV charger as well. So anything where electricity current is flowing in, we want to make it efficient for people to use it. We want to reduce the effort required for people to go green and stay smart.
Right. It's fascinating to learn about the innovations and solutions provided by Sunroof. Now let's talk about Solnce Energy. Yash, I'll come to you. I want to talk about the desalination plant first. It's called Solnce, using the power of the sun to be able to transform seawater into drinking water. Even the idea is transformative. How did you work towards this innovation, and what stage is this innovation at the moment?
So basically, sir, 97% of all the water which we have is in the ocean, and people are very much scared of the water. This is the scary resources which we have, and people are dying just because of people having many problems because of the water is not clean enough and it is not in a drinkable format. So that what came shook us. Basically, if the water is available, plenty of water is available, we are not having access to that water. So we want to make that water accessible for all. So that way, we started to build a desalination system which can solve this problem, and which can create a drinkable water to the people, and we can distribute it. So we first of all we want to use the solar energy because it is a clean and green energy to be with. Because sustainability is the core of Solnce. Solnce is just focusing on the sustainable development done in this segment. So that way we develop a system system which can convert seawater into drinkable water just by using solar energy. Because solar energy, like radiation which we are falling on the India, is very much great. So you are feeling like, sunny hours in Delhi, correct? So that way, like, if we can utilize that heat and we can produce like, good output after that, and we can concentrate it, so we can, like, make it drinkable to extent. And the water which we are currently making is WHO Clarity Class 1, which is a, safe water for drinking water. And we currently that technology is in a pilot, and we have patented this technology across the India. And we are currently like scaling up this pilot to the plant level. We are also associated with the Surat Municipal Corporation under the Amrut scheme. We are setting up a pilot plant over SMC also in a smart city mission.
That's amazing. Yash, your innovation seeks to provide access to clean drinking water to masses using solar energy. I want to learn a little more about your assessment as far as the impact on the ground is concerned. You come from Surat, Gujarat. The state has a lot of arid land. What kind of an impact can we expect in agricultural and rural households in particular?
So we are thinking this innovation will be very much impactful because, like, there is many wasteland is available in India and where the agriculture cannot be done. So what this technology bring is, like, if there is any kind of hard water or borewell water which is not drinkable extent or something, so put it into this desalination plant and it will give you the clean water. So it is a decentralized and standalone solution for, like, for the converting the any sort of water to the drinkable water. In also, this solution can be used in the industry because in a industry, ZLD is mandatory for the all industry, zero liquid discharge. So for zero liquid discharge, they are like using electricity to like evaporating that water. So if you use the solar energy directly for evaporating that water, it will save a lot cost, and a lot of cost effectiveness can be come into the manufacturing sector as well. So on a large scale, it will affect the whole agriculture, industrial, and like many segments across the India.
Right. Yash, we also learned that Solnce Energy provides an online platform to offer 360-degree solar energy solutions. I'm curious to learn from you, how do households, industries embrace clean energy solutions once you make them more accessible and affordable?
Correct. So everybody is India knows solar is giving 20% plus return on investment. So everybody want to go solar, but they are not finding right solution for for themselves. As there is many system on grid, off grid, hybrid. So they as a consumer, as a layman, they don't know what kind of solutions they need. So what we offer is we offer a solar marketplace which have all the services under the one roof itself. Solar cleaning, robot, loan, insurance, everything is under the one roof itself. So they just need to go onto our application, put out their electricity bill, will tell that how much kilowatt solar system they need, and they can directly choose their selected brand. Like many players into the market like Tata, Adani, Vari, so they can simply choose the brand they need, and it is a bidding platform. So what happening is okay, if you want to buy a solar system of Tata, so in your location there is a 9 to 11 distributors of Tata who is selling Tata's product at a different rate. So as a consumer, you don't know what is the right rate of your product. So what we do is we come to your home, we make a tender of your requirement. This same tender float to all the vendors onboarded on our platform, and then reverse auction happens. So now this vendor will bid for your project. So in this reverse auction, they can also see the other players bid, and they can also modify the bid. So this way, the 10 to 15% cost is reduced. So you can get a more optimized ROI and more optimized product with the quality inspection of the Solnce. So we'll guide you from start to end, and we'll also take care of the after sales service part. So it is a hand holding from start to end. So that's what Solnce play in the role in the solar journey of the every individual and households.
Right, Yash, it's great to learn about the work done by Solnce Energy. And as we come towards the conclusion of this conversation, I'd like to learn from both of you. How do you see the road ahead in terms of opportunities and challenges for entrepreneurs such as yourself, who are engaged in solar energy, clean and smart energy solutions?
Sure. I think opportunity is endless, right? I mean, if you look at the numbers of homes that have gone solar, it is while it is big enough for us as a startup, it is very, very small when you look at the entire country. So for anybody starting up, the opportunity is endless. From a challenges perspective, I think there are two things which every entrepreneur, I would hope, in the solar sector should focus on. One is customer education. Given the numbers are small, I think it will take a lot of education across the country. We can't be happy by just putting solar panels on Delhi homes and Ahmedabad homes, right? So we have to think about what happens to a Madhubani in Bihar or a small village in Jammu Kashmir or Kerala, right? So people have to think about how do you do that, and that is where the second aspect of the challenge comes in, which is efficiency. So I heard Yash talk about bidding and reverse bidding, and there is a lot of government tenders which used to happen as well. I actually have an opinion against it, because I think what happens during that is that in the race to find the lowest cost, people then do not do quality work or provide the quality products. So the solution for that, at least to my head, is that the entrepreneur should look at their products and processes and see where they can bring efficiency.
So basically, like what I feel is like, a lot of people know about the solar segment, and like, there is a lot of opportunity because market is like big as well. So basically nowadays, like customer is like educated enough, like what they need, like, like everybody knows solar as a thing, and they also know what exactly solutions are they are needing. So, but what happening is, what is a problem for them is like, it is not accessible. It is not visible to them. Correctly, it is not like they'll Google it, and like many times they are not finding the correct answer to the solution. So basically, what my point of view is different than Pranesh's point of view, because like bidding, what in this like reverse auction, the quality is fixed. In the tender document, all the quality is fixed, and like we are from the same field, like in a solar segment only, and we like assure all the quality like used into the processes. So like after if you are buying an Apple phone or like a Dell laptop, so you want to buy it at a best rate possible, because at the end of the day you are getting the Dell product or Apple product only, correct? So that way, like customer is like now very much educated, and like we want to like increase their cost effectiveness, and that way like we can play a big role with the reverse auction facility, and a lot of work done by like previous generations entrepreneur, like capacity building, in terms of capacity building, like educating the customer or something, like it is like helping us, like a generation like us, like that now people are like directly getting into the closing thing, rather than like how telling us like how solar work or something. So that way it is a journey, it is a long process, and a market is open for everybody.
On that note, thank you very much, Yash Darwadi, Pranesh Chaudhary, for joining us on ChangeMakers, sharing your inspiring stories. Our best wishes to your teams.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
It was great meeting our ChangeMakers. We've always known about the importance of solar energy, but now is the time to embrace and harness its true potential. As our ChangeMakers work towards making clean energy solutions a reality for masses, we can play a role as well. Make clean energy choices at individual and institutional level, whenever, wherever possible. Till we meet again. Namaskar.